Welcome to Truths, Proofs, and Firewater Reviews. I'm Lindsey and this is John, risking his liver to discover new whiskeys. We base our reviews on a 25-point scale, 5 points on the nose, 10 on the palate, 5 on the finish, and 5 points combined for the bottle and color of the juice. Now on to the review. Pitter.
I'm mad that you're drinking my rum.
Get over it. It's delicious.
I guess.
So I'm drinking rum. John's Eldorado 15 year. It's spectacular.
John's Eldorado 15 year.
John and Lindsey's Eldorado 15 year. John's good at sharing, thankfully.
No.
Except when it comes to certain things.
I said no, and then you poured it anyway.
That's usually how a marriage works. The man says no and the woman doesn't anyway. What do you got going on there, friend?
A good smelling bourbon.
I'm excited to know. So we got back from vacation and we got a lot of new stuff.
Are you saying this is one of them?
No, I'm letting them know.
Yeah, we got a ton of stuff.
We
even added another one of these today.
Yeah.
One with a cork. I'm excited about that.
We came home with 3 boxes of liquor. 3, guys. 3.
3 12-pack boxes.
Yeah. So.
Alright, so this one is a little fruity.
Like you. Oh, sorry.
Apple and grape. But after a little bit of sitting out, that dissipated. That was the first nose taste or smell that I got off of it.
Okay.
A little bit of a light toasted wood.
Okay.
I don't get any char or anything on it. A little cinnamon. Very strong vanilla. And a little alcohol tingles the nose.
Tingles the nose.
It's kind of like a little floral. A very light floral. After about 10 minutes, this really opened up to a caramel apple and chocolate. Like a chocolate drizzled caramel apple.
Yeah.
But with no nuts, because I don't smell nuts.
Okay.
But that chocolate just, I don't get that on the nose very often. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed with the nose.
Okay. How about the taste?
It's warmer than I thought it would be.
Okay.
It has a nice, sweet, cinnamony, maybe like a cinnamon and sugar coated pecan. It's got like that nutty,
like a praline pecan.
That nutty, woody type feel.
Okay.
It's not super sugary, just a little sugar, but a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon. And it coats the whole tongue with the first sip, and it does burn pretty good.
Oh.
A little black peppery after that sweetness subsides, but not much. A little tannic bitterness hangs around in the back. It tastes a little young. Get that like young, corny type feel. But it's not like a young off-putting at all. I actually really, really enjoy this. Debating on changing my score, but I should just go with my first gut. I actually want to up it a little bit, but I think we're all right.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going to go 8 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Finish has a nice hug. Not overwhelming. You can feel warmth. The hot mouthfeel subsides to a little bit of that char and tannic finish. Medium in length and decent mouthfeel. Feels really good on the mouth with the spice, that cinnamon. I didn't have that nuttiness on the taste on my palate, but it's just so, I want it more. That's good.
Yeah, got a whole bottle. Drink it down.
You know how nuts have that like slightly woody taste?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I can just taste everything on that right now. Did I give my score for finish?
No.
I get a 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh, okay.
That's good. It's not the best finish. It's a little too short. Now the look, it is light and bright. It kind of reminds me of hay.
Hey. That thing there.
The legs, it looks like there's a thin coat all around it.
Ooh.
That was weird.
Ooh.
It puts a thin coat around it and the legs just slowly form and then run very slowly.
You just hang out.
And they don't even move, actually.
You're just
so
chilling.
It sticks very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks thick, but as light it is, it kind of surprises me. If it was a little darker, I'd give it full points, but I gave it 2 out of 2.5.
Okay. Guesses?
I got nothing. Doesn't
Proof?
taste like something I've had. I'm going to say between 100 and 110.
You're wrong.
Oh.
I gotta pull out my handy dandy notebook. Okie doke. Let's see if you can guess it. So it is distilled from, so it's sourced from MGP. Its release date was March of 2018. It's 115.1 proof. Its mash bill is 70% corn, 20.5% rye, and 0.5% malted barley. And it is aged 3 years.
Okay.
Guess? Anything? No? Maybe we'll look at the bottle.
Oh. Pinhook.
So John was kind of excited to find one of these. One of the last liquor stores we actually stopped at on our trip home. I didn't want to do all the new stuff because I wanted to kind of throw a couple loops in there. So I'm excited to see where John goes with a couple other samples that I left out for him. But this one I really wanted to try because when he first opened it, he wasn't sold on it. He was kind of disappointed. But it grew on him a little bit after it sat out and aired up a little bit.
It's been 2 weeks now, so...
Yeah. So now I think we can say it's aged up pretty nicely for you.
So yeah, it is MGP. They are now doing Castle and Key is doing all their stuff now. So this is 18 batch. So it is not
this
the
is,
previous release, but the one before that.
This
kind
is
of
their
lucky to
cask
get that
strength.
one.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be on the shelf anymore.
Well, we found it. We're good at that.
Tennessee.
So this is their cask strength. We picked up something a little bit. We didn't pay too much for this. It wasn't that expensive.
It was like 45, I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't that bad. We were excited to pick it up. And when I first tried it, I thought that it tasted like a chocolate-covered cherry. It was crazy.
I didn't get that on the taste, but I did get it on the nose.
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting. But why don't you finish up? What do you think of the bottle? It's very BTEC-esque.
I would not say that, actually. I would say it looks more like a Willett family estate.
Yeah, I guess. That works.
Just like the color and the simple label.
I love the wax.
I am going to give a little extra points to the bottle because they have an app that I think is really cool. You scan the label, it's Pinhook AR, and it tells you all about the bottle and the release, and Lindsey had trouble the first time we downloaded it, so I think it's pretty cool. The label's simple, the wax is pretty cool. I like how they do the wax and the cork.
It's pretty awesome.
I gave it a 1.75, a little bit higher because of that app, and they're doing something different.
Okay, so just before we finish that up, just a little bit about it. The Crop 18 grouping by Pinhook is comprised of a rye whiskey named Rye Humor and Bourbon County Bourbon. Bourbon County comes in 3 variations, including a standard straight bourbon, single barrel, and cask strength, which obviously we have cask strength. Bourbon County Cask Strength is the first cask strength bourbon bottled under the Pinhook name. The bourbon itself was distilled at MGP in Indiana. Pinhook states that the 8 months that Pinhook states that the bourbon has an average age of 3 years and 8 months and was aged, blended, and proofed by Sean Josephs at Castle and Key Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Okay, what site did you get that information off from?
This is just off of Breaking Bourbon, one that we frequently
That's one we
find.
really trust.
Yeah.
You can't just read off all their words without saying who it is.
Sorry. Thank you, Breaking Bourbon. Yes. So that was one of their reviews on it. It's kind of hard I couldn't get the app to work, so I just kind of winged it in here. But
another day you couldn't get the app to work. I didn't have a problem when I bought it.
Well, guess what?
So, you gonna add it up, or are you gonna rely on my calculator?
Oh. 12, 15 and a half, 16, 17, 18, 19.25. Not 2.17.
So 19 point what?
25. Which would be 38 and a half. Multiplied would be...
Which is 77?
I think that's accurate.
That's actually a little higher than I thought it would be.
I kind of am impressed too. That's interesting.
And it smells amazing.
I think that this one definitely throws you for a loop when you first open it, but once you let it open up a little bit, it's a nice bourbon. It's nice.
I wish we had it in Michigan. I'd like to try all their offerings and all their newer stuff, but
unfortunately we weren't going to drop $200 on all of the different bottles that they had of Pinhook.
Yeah.
They had 6 or 7 different bottles there where we went to pick it up. So, yeah, couldn't afford to do that. But I'm happy that we picked up this one, and I'm happy that you're falling back in love with it because I know you were excited.
Falling back in love? I never fell in love with it yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the story before I bought it, but
I just felt bad because you were a little disappointed.
That nuttiness is very unique. You usually get nuttiness on Heaven Hill and Jim Beam, and this is nowhere near theirs. It's totally different.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.